I'll take it.
Take it, baby.
I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
Two L's, one pod's El Ducharme. I hope we can hear him. I think he's in Argentina right now, or in the water somewhere on a ship. And where are you, Alfred? Fill us in on your travels.
I'm in
Currently.
Valparaiso, Chile. It's basically a container port. It's about a 3-hour bus ride to Santiago, and that's where I would normally fly in and out of. But I'm staying on the ship, and I'm going back to the
Yes.
Antarctica, and I will fly home from Ushuaia, Ushuaia,
And you just
Argentina.
did this.
I did.
Right?
I'm going
You just
back.
did this.
It's a loop.
Good
I'm going
God, Magnum. I don't know how you're doing. I just did Barcelona to Miami, and that was Tuesday, and I felt great Tuesday. I felt Wednesday. Today's Thursday. We're recording, and I feel it today. Like today, I feel jet lagged. Took 2 days, but that flight was 9 hours.
Wow.
9-hour flight to Miami. And then I think we mentioned this on the previous podcast. They wanted me to lay over till 11 p.m. and then fly home to, And I got off the plane, grabbed my bag, rechecked bag, didn't recheck it, just took it, went to Alamo. Alamo's fucking good, by the way. I don't know if you rent from Alamo. They have a hell of a system set up. You just literally just walk in, take the car that you've picked out, any mid-size SUV, I get in and you're fucking gone. Nothing.
I vaguely remember the Alamo.
Hey, there you go. This is why you tune in, folks. It's jokes like that have kept us in relative obscurity. But they're great, man. I had budget fast break. They suck. They're never ready. The card is never ready.
They fell off, man. They merged with Avis. When budget merged with Avis, they fell off.
Right.
Because you turned me on to budget. You go, what are you doing?
Good point.
Budget, fast break.
Yeah.
And that you told me that, and I joined, and like the next week they merged, and it was a fucking debacle.
Well, I didn't know they didn't let me in on the merge, but yeah, it sucks now with Avis. It does. Alamo is the way to go. Hey, there you go. There's your slogan.
2 L's, one pod. Alamos, new sponsor here on our podcast.
That's right.
We receive $10,000 a month if we can get to 1 million downloads. Right now, we have about 70.
Right. I like it. 2 Al's, one Mo, and one of us is a Mo. Al, wasn't that a derogatory thing when we were kids? Calling a guy a Mo? Was it like
a racist? Okay.
No, in New York, it was you're a Mo, and that meant like you're gay or something. I don't remember what it meant, but if you were called a Mo, it wasn't great. You didn't want to be a Mo.
I thought it was someone who was simple, shy, dumb.
It could be that. Maybe I was called a Mo. I was kind of simple and shy and dumb, so maybe I was a Mo. I don't know.
There's a lot of those names
possible
that were insults. I had no idea what they meant. We would just repeat them. We'd call people a schmo.
Well, that's good though. A schmo. It was more Jewish, wasn't it? A schmo.
It made its way to my blue collar, Roman Catholic Protestant neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah, because they had like penises, a schmeckel. And I always laughed at that. Schmeckel's a funny word. Like those old Borscht Belt comics would. And he touched my schmeckel, and then the people just laugh. It's a good word, schmeckel.
It is a funny word.
Yeah, man, Mo. I just remember that. So if you know what Mo means, let me know. Put in the comments or something. Let me know what the hell it means. So anyway, 9-hour flight. Got in the Alamo car right out of there, and in the condo in Clearwater by 9:05.
Wow.
So Barcelona,
2 hours,
11 a.m.
Right. 2 hours before
and home
your flight,
at 9:05. So 2 hours before my flight would have taken off. Yes, sir. I was gummied up and going bye-bye. You know what I mean? Going night.
You were gummied up?
So I was gummied up, buddy.
You did a gummy and then got into Alamo? We just lost our sponsor.
No. I at home. Once I got home, I practiced.
Oh, okay.
I practiced safe driving and unsafe sex.
Folks.
That's the way I roll. When I drive. It's fucking weird. But you don't know where these rentals have been. Let's just put it that way.
And if you still drive a stick shift, car. Al's covered.
You do. Yeah, if you're driving a stick shift, you're over probably 50. I mean, these
Yeah,
kids
at this
today,
point.
they don't know how to drive the stick. A lot of these old comics are always, I say old, they're fucking our age, but these kids, they don't know how to drive not right. Who
I told you that
cares?
story
What I mean?
before on the pod. I had a 5-speed Honda Accord. I pulled up in front of a country club to do a gig.
Mhm.
First of all, they said you're not supposed to be in front. You're supposed to be
Oh,
around
the
the back.
valet.
But they said, but we'll park it
Right, the
now. Do
valet.
it quick. And the kid get in. He was like 20, 21. He's like, hey, someone go get Joe. Joe was 46.
Yeah.
He goes, get out.
Go get that
I'll
old
handle
man.
this.
Get
And
the
then he
old
got in
guy.
my car and
Yeah.
he hit the wheels a little bit. He went just to show that he knew how to
Yeah.
shift.
Well,
He was first and he was off.
you drove the you drove the 3 on the tree or whatever the fuck that was in
I
that
did.
car.
My
Remember when we
father's
did the two
pickup
dicks?
truck.
And
Yes.
I couldn't drive it. Remember the what was the car?
The
I don't
Nash.
even remember.
The
now.
Nash, the
What was
Cosmopolitan Nash.
the Nash. Yes, and was it Doug what was his last name? Do you remember?
Yeah,
Doug's name. Good guy. Gave us
he's
his
a
car,
listener.
for Christ's sake.
He did. Remember his
He
name for
just
crying
he
out
just
loud.
gave us he didn't even know me. He just like, here's
I
the
thought he
car.
knew you.
I'm like,
I
what?
thought it was like,
When do you want it back? No, I
he
didn't.
said, just give me a credit. We
He
did. We
just
put him in the
saw
credits.
he was on Facebook. Yeah, he liked the two dicks, and he's like, you guys need a car? I have one. And next thing I knew, he drove it, put it in my garage, and he's like taking off. I go, when do you want it back? He's like, whenever. Okay, no problem.
It made
But
it
I
into a
didn't have to
couple of
drive it, so
episodes.
it sat in the garage.
Was
Yeah,
it
it was great.
two
It really
episodes?
was a little car for the two dicks. It really worked out very well. And you can see it. It's on YouTube. Check it out, the two dicks. You'll see us motoring around. I watched that episode the other day, actually, where we're driving around the neighborhood and you cut the cheese and I sit on my balls. It's classy. That's what I like about the two. Always very classy.
Half a chicken, you're actually sharing a meal with a total stranger. Was that the joke?
Yeah,
The gist of
that
it?
was deep. I went deep on that one. Yeah, and then you look at me and go, you never failed to impress me. And then you just cut the longest fart. And
I'm the one who put that in. I put that in post.
That was great.
Let me put a
I
fart.
know. It was great. It worked perfectly. And so anyway, flew home and then got home and yeah, did the 12 days. I'm not doing it again. I'll tell you that much. My crossing days are over, sir.
You say that
It was fine.
now.
The internet was fine, but no, I don't want to do it again. The
You
audience
say
is
that now,
not
and then
good.
when you're scheduled, there's a big gap in it. You go, all right, I'll do it.
No,
That's
no.
how they got me here, by the way. My calendar was
Yeah.
virtually empty of ships. I had land gigs spread out, and there was these big gaps. And what did they do? They go, let's get Ducharme. Let's get Ducharme. And as soon as I took them,
Yeah,
my calendar populated with a bunch of different offers. He's like, you motherfucker.
I know. It is a weird thing to be this age or whatever, and you're just any age or a comic and you have that open calendar because you still panic even after all these years of working and making money. And we work every year. We work a million gigs, but you still go, I don't know, my March is light. Then they offer something like that, and you go, oh, fuck it, I'll take it. But then you got to go do it. That's the problem.
Well, Joan Rivers.
I didn't know mine was a crossing, to be honest. What's that?
Well, that's dumb. Joan Rivers, with all her 50, 60 mil and her fame, she said, this is the most important thing. If my calendar, she actually held up her calendar. She says, if it's not full.
I remember this
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have to focus on.
Snow.
Yeah.
She called it snow. She goes, you don't want to see this snow, meaning all those white pages.
Yes.
And it's like, lady, take the night off. You don't have to fly to fucking Missouri.
That's like Jay Leno.
Do 2 shows at a casino.
He's got shoulder surgery.
Calm
down. Bernadette opened up for him at the Comedy Magic Club again. And he fell off his bike. He had he's got a new face, and he fell off his bike, and he had shoulder surgery, and he's got a sling on. And he goes, yeah, it's a real problem, especially when I'm going to, when I'm getting my bag at the airport. And I'm like, dude, first of all, you fly private.
Bag at the airport.
Well, he means when he's walking across the tarmac from his limo to his plane.
I know, but still,
get somebody to carry your fucking bag. You $450.
You don't have to do the gig. You don't have to do the gig. No, you don't have to.
He has to, otherwise he'll lose his mind.
It's weird, man. it's sick. There's like a sickness, though. You know what I
He's
mean? It's like
72 or 74, and he can't sit still.
at least.
He
No,
can't sit still.
I know. I mean, I don't know. I guess I get it. I don't know. I don't really get it. But
He doesn't drink.
anyway, I got a little. This was kind of. No, he doesn't do anything. Didn't
No.
do anything. He works on cars. He buys cars. He works on them. He tells joke. I mean, I used to hate that whole tell joke, right? No, what is it? Write joke, tell joke, get check. Da, 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 da. You know, it's like, all right, Jay. I mean, not everyone's a fucking robot. You know what I mean? Like, write joke, tell joke, get check. Da, da, da. It's like, yeah. But anyway, so I'm working on the Symphony of the Seas, and the other comedian, I don't want to mention names, but he did a good job. So those crowds, by the way, suck. They were all multiple diamond plus, you know, whatever that cubic zirconia bullshit, and they sit there and boy, they're not giving it up. Let's say that
they're jaded.
Yeah.
They go, I'm a triple diamond member. I expect lick my ass. Yeah.
That's right. Exactly. And they were pissed at, and we have like 15-foot swells.
Ooh.
And they're mad that the Aqua show is canceled. They're like, this is bullshit. Why have a show if you're going to cancel it? It's like, what? The water is out of the pool. The water's gone.
Here's the thing. It's all in that contract that they sign. It's every time they get on board, it's in there. Yeah, it's paragraphs of shit, but they say, you know, in the event of weather, blah, 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 sign here. You agree.
Mm-hmm. It's all in there. I mean, they can leave you in the port. They can do whatever. It's all in there. Nobody reads that shit. But, and then we had a little kid on the ship who had chicken pox, and they kept him in his cabin for 12 days. The mother, the father could get out. The mother stayed with the kid 12 days.
Did the parents
there's a Facebook page. No, just the kid. And his two siblings were older, but they wouldn't let them. They could go leave the room, but they wouldn't let them in the kids club and the teenage shit. They just couldn't do anything. They couldn't be around those kind of a group of people like that. So there's a Facebook page, and people were sending, you know, gifts and food and candy and for the kid. But that's a long 12 days, man. When you're, you know, 6 and your face is all fucked with, you know, chicken pox, and you're sitting on the balcony. They moved him to a balcony, though. That was nice. They did give him a balcony cabin that they didn't have.
Well, that could have been a big outbreak, depending on how many kids are on board. Did you?
I mean, I understand it. It just sucks. I agree with it.
How many kids? Do you know how many kids there are? Because usually
500.
You hang out and count them.
500.
I know you go hang out by the playground.
Not very cute.
Go, sir, are you waiting for your child? And you're like, no, I'm counting.
Ducharme's working hard for a pedophile joke here. Let's let him work. Let's watch the magic happen.
It's a lot of work for a pedophile joke. You kept putting it marriage like, bro, you're making all kinds of noise trying to block my dialogue.
Well, I'm trying it, yeah. So the guy I'm working with, he goes, he's telling me the story, and I go, dude, that's hilarious. Why isn't that in your act? And he goes, I don't know. You think? And I go, yeah, it has to be in your act. Puts it in the act, kills every night. But basically, this guy sleeps naked. He sleeps, you know, in the nude. And he was on a ship, and then he went on another ship the next week. But you know how the cabins are reversed. A lot of times you're in a different cabin, same cabin, but like reversed. So where the bathroom door was, the front door, the main door to his cabin was. So he's dead asleep, 3 a.m, and he has to go to the bathroom. So he opens the door, and he takes 2 steps, and then the door slams shut. He's in the hallway now, naked. Just 3 a.m, trying to wake up. He realizes, holy fuck, I'm naked in the hallway on the ship.
Wait,
no one's around.
Wait a minute, hold on. I there was a little glitch. What door? He went out the wrong door, or because he was half asleep?
Yeah, in the room the week before he was on a ship, the bathroom door was where the front door is, the main door. So he just opens it, walks in, sleeping, and he's in the hallway now, naked. It's 3 a.m. So he's like, fuck. So he wakes up fast and realizes there's a room service tray down the hall. So he goes running naked down to the room service tray, and there's a top for the food, which he puts over his junk, and he realized, well, that's clear. That thing's clear. And then he grabs a napkin.
It's frosted,
and
though.
Covers. Yeah, well, he covers his schmeckle. There we get to your schmeckle. He covers his schmeckle with a napkin, and runs to the phone awkwardly, you know, and then calls 911, and security answers, and he's like, "Hey, you got to come up to deck 7. I'm locked out of my room, and I'm naked." And he hears, "We know, we're watching you right now."
Jim David.
So yes, I go, "You got to get." I go, "Dude, what the fuck? Tell that story. That's a killer. That's great." And then he went on with it, and it fucking killed every night. It was great.
Because it was,
It's
it
you know,
was
that's one of those
real.
stories you go, I can see that that's so vividly, it could happen very easily.
It's happened to me, but I was wearing like boxer shorts and a t-shirt, so they looked like a bathing suit almost. And the person was right there.
Mhm.
It was one of those things where whatever I was doing, I was putting a tray out
Mm.
and I put it down. The door was
Right.
like, oh, and the person was right there. I go, oh, I just knocked myself out. I didn't say I'm in my boxer short. I didn't say any of that. And he said, oh, no problem. Open the door and I went in. But wow,
Right.
the heart goes bump, bump, bump.
Yeah. Yeah. Naked 3 a.m.
And then it
No.
happened in the kids'
Well,
club.
Hey, now, see, there you go. Now we brought
We were
it
playing.
right back
We were playing Duck, Duck,
to
Goose.
the. What's that? I don't even know what that is.
I
don't
don't
remember
get a circle.
Duck,
You
Duck,
go,
Goose.
you go duck.
Is that a game?
Yeah, you touch the kid's head, the top of the head. You go duck, 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 and when they say goose, that person
Oh.
gets up and tries to tag you, and you got to run around, and they have to tag you before you get back to your space, steal their space.
That sounds gay. I don't remember it, but I'll take your word for it. And do you notice I'm wearing this is a collector's item.
It is.
There's 2 dicks, and I got a 2 dicks mug. I'm in full promotion on this show.
You
If you're on
are.
Patreon, there you go.
Did you send
2
the?
dicks
Is that
color
new?
mug.
Did you send it out to our new Patreon members? Did you send them out to our new Patreon members? There's another shipment. Oh, that's a big no. That's a big no.
Was I supposed to?
You said I'm going to order them. Where'd
I
you get
didn't
them?
realize that.
Because you were going to change it to two.
Oh, I didn't.
Two Al's, 1 pod, and you were going to
Yeah,
send it out.
that hasn't happened yet. That hasn't happened yet.
Can you
That hasn't
notify
happened
them
yet.
that
We're in the
we've
still
been
in the design phase.
We've been in Europe. Well, also we've been in Europe.
Yes, there's been some travel, a little traveling going on, and then I'm home. When do you get back home? By the way, when do you fly back?
I'm going to depart the ship on March 29th, but I won't get home until the afternoon of the 30th.
Wow.
And I just try to get the upgrade to international business class, priority business. And
yeah,
waiting to hear $350.
How long is the flight?
It's the same. It's 9 hours.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean,
It might even be like 9.5, 10, because it's going the other direction. It was 9. Yeah.
I might do it. I might do that, because I did, the ship, they gave me some seat in row 800 next to the shitter. So I bought a ticket. I bought a seat in 14, which is like the American brand new plane. So it's like Delta Comfort.
Right.
That was like 110, I think. But so for another 250, I would probably do it if I could.
And you got to remember, on the way down, I didn't get my upgrade. So
It's
split it in half. So I think it's 175 if you want to do it like that.
Yeah, I would do it.
Because I was wrecked. I was a mess.
It's hard, man. I didn't get up once, 9 hours. I emptied out my body before the flight, and then I sat down and never got up. I drank a coffee, a Coke, and a water, and I never got up.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Mr. Middle-aged dude didn't get up. Your bladder deserves a medal, like a trophy.
I know. The woman next to me kept, like, she must have asked me 3 times. She goes, "We're going to get up. Do you want to get up?" I go, "No, I'm good."
See, the guy next to me.
Oh, okay.
Same thing. The guy next to me, he was like 50. Didn't get up the entire time. Didn't get up.
Some of us can do it, I guess.
My first flight was 4.5 hours. And then I had a 3-hour layover. And then I had a 9-hour flight. And on the way back, it's going to be similar.
Good God.
So that's why, the upgrade is necessary.
It's necessary. And it just mentally, it's there. When you get to the airport, you're like, I know I'm going to be comfortable on this flight. That's worth a lot.
I'm in a fucking
it really
bed.
is.
You watch a
Yeah.
movie.
I mean, that's
you have a
amazing.
meal.
Yeah.
You don't drink on the planes.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have a glass of wine.
I normally I don't, but I would if I didn't have to drive, if I didn't have a rental and it was a long flight, I would have a cocktail. Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
I watched that Lakers series. Have you seen that on
I haven't been
Showtime?
watching anything.
That series.
No, on Showtime.
It was good. That was Showtime. It's a the series about Magic Johnson coming to the Lakers and how he changed everything in the Forum and Pat Riley, and it's pretty good, man. It's a good series. John C. Riley is Jerry Buss. And,
a miniseries, limited docu series.
no, they're bringing it back. That was season 1. It's Adam McKay, right, directing it, and
Really?
they're doing a second season. Yeah, second season's coming out in a few months.
It's scripted.
It's called Scripted. Oh yeah, it's just like Adam McKay. You know, he does his movies. You know,
Yeah.
the characters look at the camera. They do a lot of that shit, and
Right. They break the.
he has writing on the screen telling you who they are and what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's good, very good. Then we watched a movie last night. I don't know if you've seen it. I want to bring this one up for the people. The Menu on HBO Max.
I have.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. I like Ray Fiennes. Was phenomenal. I did like the whole aspect of it. You know. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I loved it.
It was dark.
I thought it was. I loved it. I love the fuck you to these pretentious.
Yes.
He just was like, fuck you all.
Well, the triangle of sadness is, it's got a little bit of that going on. You should check that one out. That's where the girl.
I haven't seen that.
The spleenless Wonder Woman died.
Oh.
37 years old.
All right. What's that on? There's so many things.
Netflix,
you know what I mean? There's so many.
Yeah.
Netflix. Okay.
I gotta get rid of.
I went to Big Smoke with Consoli, and then we're hanging out in the Airbnb, and he's telling me, he's like, "Have you seen this? Have you seen this?" I felt like I was like, "No." He's seen everything, and I'm like, "I don't know any of these shows. I don't know any of these movies, any of these series." It's hard to catch up on things, but The Menu was great. Enjoyed that, and we're watching also The Mayor of. What did I say that movie? Series, The Mayor of Kingstown. Have you heard of that one?
I have heard of it.
On
I haven't seen it.
I believe. I don't know. Pretty good. Jeremy Renner. How'd you like to be the producer of that series? You got like this great hit. It's happening, and then your star.
He's retiring.
He may not come back. Yeah.
He can't walk right now.
I mean, that's
he ran
imagine that though. Like
snowplow.
Well, he was helping his neighbors plow out, and then he got out of the car. He got out of the thing to help somebody with their car, and the thing rolled and rolled
Did he
right
not
over.
Put the brake on, or was it a fail?
I guess, but someone said that model is faulty, and these things have happened on that model of that.
Yeah, because it was.
So I don't know.
It wasn't like a 96
that's setting up for a lawsuit
or something like that.
Yeah, it just seems like to me that seems like a lawyer. We're setting this thing up for big lawsuit here. But
even though he's worth
I don't know, but it's
$1 zillion, it's like his career's over, so you might as well get another 50 mil or something.
And then you wonder, a show like that, it's a hit, but he's the star. But do you just write him off the show? Maybe he got killed. We bring somebody else in. We continue, or do you just go, fuck it, we're done?
Yeah, if they can get some security
I don't know.
of him being run over, maybe they're gonna have him run over and killed. That's dark too, right?
That'd be pretty good.
Wow, poor Jeremy Renner. I'm sorry, but folks. We do that sometimes. There's humor everywhere.
But he's good. But I like the guy, but he mumbles. He's one of those guys. I mean, I gotta fucking raise that volume up every time. He's like, I'm like, I don't know what volume.
There's a lot of going back 10 seconds with him.
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't watch those English series. I can't understand them, and I don't want to fucking read subtitles. So I'm not watching Peaky Blinders or whatever that shit is. You know what I mean?
With the British
don't come
shows,
at me with your Peaky Blinders.
I have a pretty good handle on the accents and the different regions. It's some of the words they use that are like lingo. I'm like, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to pause.
Ringo?
Lingo.
Yeah. Oh, lingo. I thought you said Ringo.
I may have.
He's hard to understand, Ringo, but he's 90, so cut him some slack.
He's not 90.
You know what I mean? It's funny when you get old, like he's old now, and now all these drummers, like for 30 years, everyone kind of on Ringo.
They're realizing what an amazing drummer he is.
And now, if you live long enough, you get the accolades. Now everyone makes videos. great rock drummers going, he's the best. This is why he's the best. And they show how he played. And so it's like one of those things, if you can live long enough, you're going to hear good shit about yourself eventually, you know? But I don't know, man. Every time we have a group entertainers page, and it seems like every week we're losing somebody on that fucking Steve Carte or Cart. I don't know the pronunciation. Do you remember Steve Carte, the juggler?
Oh,
Ever
yeah.
meet him?
I'd never met him, but he apparently pretty healthy guy, right?
Ironically, the last time I saw him in the gym, he and I were in the gym, and we chatted it up quite a bit. And he was leaving like the next day, so I didn't.
So what
hang
were
with
you
him, but
doing in the gym? You looking for kids? Trying to count
I was looking for
kids?
boys. I was looking for boys.
That's my second
Yeah.
pedophile joke.
It's what I do. Yeah, we were both there. And anyway, yeah, he moved. I remember years ago, he told me, he's like, I'm going to move to the Philippines, have a family. And I was like, okay, yeah, like that's not going to happen. And then he moved to the Philippines. He has like 4 kids.
Yeah, he's got this
But,
beautiful
you know,
Filipino wife.
yeah, very
Tom
sad. I
Magna.
mean, it's
Tom
just one of those
Magna.
things you don't think about somebody and then you hear they're gone. And it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, you know, who was, Tom Magna, right?
He's still with us, Tom, but he moved to Thailand, maybe. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But he married some younger, beautiful woman, and now they have 2 kids, and they're happily married.
What does he do there in Thailand?
I
Does
think
he
he's
run
living off
Lady
of his,
Boys or something?
I think he's living off his pension. I think he took an early pension, but I don't know his finances. I don't know. But apparently his pension from the Writers Guild and SAG-AFTRA is enough to live comfortably and raise a family.
Wow. Well, good for him, I guess. He was a funny comic. I always laughed.
Oh yeah,
I always
very
laughed.
deadpan. Very...
I remember that joke. His mother and father were both doctors.
Yes.
And they're both doctors, and he wanted to be a comedian. Well, he wanted to be a doctor, and then he did the reverse of
Yes.
becoming a doctor instead. He became a comedian.
You're going to be a comedian.
Yeah. Yeah. And then get up there. He goes, but they still wanted to study and get up there and write those jokes and whatever it was. He was good. He was a good. That's one of those names from like 1990. You know what I mean? Just like only guys who were around then would know Tom Magna.
Yeah, well, he moved to Boston.
But yeah, Steve Carte, very sad.
Yes, Steve Carte. Let's get back on point here. Passed
That
away.
was
2 young children.
Terrible.
2 young children, and I would put him middle-aged somewhere, but physically fit.
Easily, I would put him at 60-ish, but
okay.
in great shape, seemingly in great shape. Yeah, he was.
Can you hear this?
He was doing. Oh, what do we got?
As we thank all our guests who've already done the check-in for our assembly stations. We ask all guests.
I told you. I warned you.
So please proceed.
Did I not warn you?
All right. Well, we got to knock these out, man. We got to get them out. So hey, with our travel.
Proceed to your assembly station, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, so today's day 1 of the new cruise. So we're thanking everyone for checking into the safety.
Why is she in my cabin? They were making all the announcements.
Tell this she should not be in the cabin.
Get out of the cabin.
And she should be wearing clothes if she is in your cabin. That's unacceptable for naked cruise director.
So Jim David sleeps naked.
Okay. And we do have some breaking news. Jim David does sleep naked.
Breaking news. Comedian. Jim.
That guy travels. He just came off the ship. He just came off the cruise you're doing. And then he went 2 days or 3 days at home and then got on the transatlantic. Are we doing this still? What is
That's Charlotte. I've known Charlotte for years.
Have you?
He hooks me up with stuff.
Good.
She's like, she makes, like, if there's a tender, she puts me at the front of the line.
Oh, look at that.
It's because we're in Chile and Argentina. We're doing the Espanol.
Are you finding these? Are you finding these audiences receptive to your style of comedy? Are they Americans? Are they? What do we got here? What kind of audience we dealing with?
It's kind of a mixed bag. So I would say the ones that are American and Canadian are digging me, but some of these Spanish-speaking people will come to the show, and then the cruise director will say, he's English, but he does a lot of illustration. So if you're my Spanish-speaking friends, I invite you to stay. And then I come out and I go, good evening, everybody. And you see like 15 people just get up and start walking. It's just
Wow.
right from the get-go. It's just
That's
hysterical.
hilarious. That's
Now,
hilarious. Yeah.
I mean,
We
from the performance point of view, it's like I'm walking people. I said 3 words and people are walking.
all right. Yeah, we did 19 shows in 12 days.
That's ridiculous.
And
Too
they
much.
had singers on. They had a woman doing a Celine Dion tribute show. She did
Ugh.
three shows in 12 days. They had the
Ugh.
Las Vegas Tenors, 3 shows, 12 days. And then the comedians who write their own material and actually perform, 19 shows. Plus Liars Club, plus Meet the Stars.
Did you do Liars Club?
Everybody. I did Liars Club, yes, sir.
Wow.
Killed it. No, I didn't kill it. Had to do it. I mean, he wasn't asking.
19 shows plus a Liars Club.
Hey,
I only had 2 shows last cruise, and
Meet the Stars.
Meet the Stars.
It was a lot.
Who is this cruise director?
Poor shit. Dennis Charles.
Oh, he's
Dennis.
He's 1994 cruise director style.
Dennis has been around. He's been around. He's a good man. He's a cool guy, but he's been around. So he looks at it old school, like, hey, you're an entertainer. Liars Club, Meet the Stars.
19 shows though. It's too much. Well, you're not getting that much money.
It was. We did.
You're making $25 a show at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. No.
$12.50.
We were in the theater on the last night, 10:30, adult comedy in the theater. New show, brand new show for both of us. In the theater, we might have had 30 people. We might have had 30.
That's
how burned out and done with us and everything.
You did too many shows.
They burned us out.
Yeah. Foolish.
They burned us out, man.
See, there's a point where a cruise director has so much experience, they think they have to keep reinventing themselves. So they end up going back in their catalog.
Yeah, less is more. Less is more. Yeah, they don't get that, or he doesn't get that.
They become amateurs.
Yeah, it was crazy.
When they're too long in the business, they become amateurs. I hope he's listening. Hang it up. Your internet connection is
the
unstable.
poor guy was supposed to go home with us. Yeah, it's been unstable. We're getting through this thing, but it's completely unstable.
We're about 95% good.
Dennis he's been on the ship for 4 months or something. He was supposed to go home with us on Tuesday. Monday, they contacted him. They kept him on another week. They extended him 1 week, and the ship's going to dry dock. I'm like, why do they need a cruise director in dry dock where they refurbished the ship? And he's like, I don't know. I'm staying another week. He was pissed.
Because
but it's like, you don't need a cruise director.
They want you there for the crew. They have to entertain for morale. And they're the person that kind of runs the everyday operations in that regard. And probably because the hotel director wants to go home.
Yeah.
They rank.
So I'm home. I'm doing a theater Saturday night, but this is already passed. This will air on Monday. I'm working with Lou Angel Wolf. I don't know if you know Lou. Ever heard of Lou?
I know the
Lou
name.
Angel Wolf.
I never worked with him.
Sure.
Was he
been around
radio?
a long time? He was one of the. He was with when what's his name? Ron Bennington had a radio show in Tampa in the 90s. Ron and Ron, that was the big show, and they created the Disciples of Comedy, kind of a ripoff of Sam Kinison and Bill Hicks, and it was the Outlaws, right? They had the Disciples. It was Jimmy Schubert, and Lou Angel Wolf was one of those guys.
Gotcha.
And
that's why I know.
Great guy. But we're working together Saturday night at Side Splitters at the Suncoast Playhouse. And then I go out again. At the end of the week, I go on the Anthem out of Bayonne, New Jersey.
Have you ever performed in that back theater on the Anthem? It's aft.
270? 270.
It's in 3/4 round, but not
I
really.
have done. I did do a show or two there, yes.
I don't care for it at all.
No, I mean it's not great. But I had some. I mean, it went much better than I expected, but no, not a great venue for comedy. But sometimes you get a cruise director who'll be like, "Hey, we should put shows in 270." It's like,
It's
no,
like it's already been
you
done.
shouldn't.
It failed. They had Rondell in there, and
Yeah.
then they brought me in there, and we're both going, "What is this?" Because the thing that they
Yeah.
built that room for, the electronics, that digital screen thing that was going on, it kept breaking down. So they go, "It's broken
Mhm.
again. Let's stick the comedians."
hmm
It's just like
It's well, that's the
don't-
problem. Royal, I mean, they're a great company, but they really think to like now they're doing on the Icon of the Seas. That's the newest ship. It'll be in 2024. The production show is going to be The Wizard of Oz. Now, can you imagine what can go wrong nightly? I mean, you're just setting yourself up for shows that are going to go wrong. It's too much.
fucking run, Toto. Fucking run.
I mean, what now? How can you do it? How can you also? I'm very curious, like politically correct days that we're in. Well, Munchkins. What are you gonna have kids as Munchkins? You can't have. What are we
Well, that's
doing?
why you're taking a head
They can't be
count.
little people.
You're casting the Munchkins, aren't you?
What's that?
Isn't that why you're counting
Who's
kids?
taking that? Oh, I see. We're back to the. I didn't follow the pedophile thread. I guess I dropped. I thought that was done at this point. I didn't realize you were continuing a theme. This is a theme of the show. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. Now I'm in. But how are you fuck you? You're going to be a dog on the ship? You're going to have munchkin dwarfs? I mean, I don't understand. A tornado? It just seems like, hey, guys, everything's going to go wrong with this show at least once a week.
Well, we know some of the
cancellations.
shows that on this line here,
hard.
on Celebrity, they brought Cirque du Soleil, and they paid a fortune. They renovated one of the clubs
Right.
to look like Cirque du Soleil, and it died. It died on the vine, and then they left. They left everything up for years because it would have cost more money to take it all down and change it out. So then you just made it into a regular nightclub,
right?
Music and whatnot. But it was like
Yeah.
it was weird. It was a Cirque du Soleil thing,
but that's why comedians are the bargain of the cruise industry. We do a great job. The crowds want comedy, and we don't get anywhere near what the cost.
And we
of
should
these,
all get $2,000
they have to
more
produce
just for that. So we have to form a union, a coalition.
I agree. Well, we're going to go on strike. We're going to strike, and then they're going to call in other comedians, and we'll never work again. So,
know,
but it's a good
That's
plan.
the thing. There's like 8,000 comedians that are dying and vying to get on.
We'll take our job within, and they'll take
for
our
half
job
the
for
price.
1,000 less.
I'll do it for
2,000
free.
less.
I can take my family on vacation.
That's right. It'll become the old joke of when people go, do you get paid, or do you just get the cruise? It could become that. You could just have people going, yeah, I'm doing it as a cruise.
No, I'm gonna fill out that
you
Uber form.
Yeah. So that's the thing, man. Don't these guys are always like, we should strike. It's like, okay, all right.
I'm gonna get my cataract surgery and get my Uber thing going.
It's like that guest entertainer page on Facebook. I get so annoyed by these people. Like the other day, or today, I don't know, one of the days I was getting annoyed. I was writing like, you get some guy who's like, hey, I'm on a ship. I'd rather be home. I'm like, all right, so stay home.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get a private message immediately, a DM sent. I didn't mean it that way, Al. What I was saying was, I'm like, all right. I mean, you know what I mean? Like they're all so panicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you what.
Stay home. I mean,
with that said, they are making it. They're taking more and more things away
take the
from
gig
us.
or not, but
they're taking more and more things from us. So once you get used to a certain way of doing it, and all of a sudden they're giving you less, and you're not getting a pay increase at least.
Right.
And they're taking, and then all of a sudden my bill, we become revenue. They call us non-revenue. That's actually
what they tell me.
And all of a sudden you got a $500 bill at the end of your work week.
Dude,
and
I
didn't have anything.
I understand. I didn't have any alcohol on the ship. I did 12 days. My bill was $60.
How much?
I had a bill for $460. I didn't have alcohol.
What the hookers?
What the fuck? Well, they weren't, I didn't know they were going to be that expensive.
They were munchkins.
But they were auditioning. I was I had an audition process. Next. I was like Harvey Weinstein. I'm in my robe. Come on in, baby.
This is what
by the
I
way,
do.
A guy in a robe walking around a ship A guy don't leave the spa in a robe. That is a bad look for a man. That is just.
Well, the woman is
that is
okay. But
pathetic.
hold on. Let's break this
No,
down.
anybody.
Okay, I'm glad you covered
The
yourself.
robe. Go to your room. I mean,
With
you
the
can walk from the
slippers,
spa to your
with
room.
the hospital slippers,
There was a guy. He was like a Rodney. He was
elevator.
sitting out having a
Yeah.
cigar in it.
Oh,
He's sitting and having a cigar in his robe. I'm like, dude, no,
no.
no,
Well,
come on. No,
if he's
can't
in a
have that.
bathing suit, I'd rather see him in a robe than,
Ugh,
an 82-year-old
that's true.
hairy body, all gray hair.
There were a lot of that. We had a lot of Europeans going back to Europe, and the European men do enjoy the Speedo, and they like to have a cigar and stand next to you and talk to you as
with
the
two
comedian.
palm
And
trees growing out of each side of their Speedo.
you got a little, you got a little thing going.
A little
It's like,
Groucho.
sir, back it up. You're gonna
Hold me closer. Hold me
Grouchy,
closer.
all right.
If I hold you any closer, I'll be behind you.
He's the best, right? That's the best.
Mm-hmm.
I think Groucho. Who'd you do? You got to go. Oh, let's do that.
Take your teeth out, put them on backwards, and bite yourself.
See, always funny, or trying. He just always swinging.
He just had like a little bunch of little throwaways, constant chum chum chum.
Yeah, just swinging the bat.
Shut that fucking dog up! Oh, geez. I'm gonna get thrown.
I don't know what the hell's he barking at. I don't know. I just got back from the park. We took him. Today's National Puppy Day, everybody.
It is National Puppy Day.
If you didn't know, or today is, so Thursday. National Puppy Day. So,
and how's the shock collar working on Teddy?
It's working
National
great. The lady of the house.
Hey,
seems
Teddy,
to be,
it's National Puppy Day.
Doing,
Teddy,
she's ignoring
I said it's National Puppy Day. Go ahead.
The lady with the controller is not. I don't know what she's doing. So Teddy's barking. Ted, hey, shh, quiet.
Eat me, fatso.
Don't you have the controller? Can't you fake it? Can't you fake you're holding it up? Can't you grab like?
I don't have the remote. Oh, there she is. She has the remote. Okay.
Can you have a fake
that'll be it for the barking.
Do you point it at him when you do it? It's just a threat.
We'll just point it. He'll usually stop. He just yeah.
Can't you fake it? Can't you make a little prop?
Right, and then we don't shock him. There's a
I know. You don't have to anymore, right?
No, I don't. I'm not making a prop. What am I going to go to? What am I going to go to? My shop and going on the lathe. What am I? Paul Francis Riley.
Paul Francis Riley.
Our first. I think he was our first patron. He's our
one of the top.
He's there all the time.
But
Paul's right in there.
He's a lifer.
He's a lifer. I love it.
He can't wait for us to end this.
By the way, we have a couple of patrons who I wish them the best because they're obviously struggling because every month it takes the first 4 or 5 days for them to get.
They don't have it on automatic. They do it manually, so that's a good thing.
No, manually, yeah.
That means weird. That they're making an effort
for $5. That's a pain in the ass.
I know.
No, I agree. It's true, and I've been reading a lot of the really big pods they have, but every month they'll lose like a couple hundred people, and then they'll gain some people. But people do drop off. It's asking people to pay money, so that's a hard thing.
People change their credit cards. They forget to change it, in the app.
Yeah.
Or the website.
Yeah. Did you watch any of the Oscars, by the way? I just thought of.
I did not.
Was on the ship, and we didn't talk about it. No.
I didn't watch any of it. I didn't watch any highlights.
Did you know any of the films? Did you know any of the films?
I didn't see enough of the films. That's why. But Brendan Fraser won Best Actor for The Whale.
Did you see The Whale?
I didn't see it, but I heard someone saying his performance was Oscar worthy, but the movie wasn't.
I've heard similar, and yeah.
And then also once in a while a movie will win Best Picture, and the director won't. A director from another film, and it's like they're kind of
doesn't make sense.
Intense.
Doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Right. Well, Cameron wasn't even nominated for Avatar 2. Mm-hmm. So he didn't show up. He was like, fuck you, I'm not going. Mm-hmm. But how do you make Avatar 2 and then not nominate the director? Seems a little strange. you know. And what you said about the movie Whale, I thought about that about Elvis. I thought that guy was great. I didn't think the movie was that great. I mean, it was. I don't care about the Colonel Tom Parker story. You know, enough of that accent. Parker fucker. You know,
Tom Hanks's accent.
Yeah. What accent was that? What was that?
So how come it was so far off from the real Colonel Parker? How did it get so far off?
I don't know. I don't know how that choice was made, and I don't know. They went with it, but and also he's not that interesting. I mean, he was a small-time con man who found gold. You know, I don't think that story is that great. I mean, so it was a lot of him. The kid was good, but you know, people are like, "Oh, he should have won." Whatever, it's fine. Give it to Brendan Fraser. Has been in a million movies. This guy's been in 2, so.
Right. And also Brendan had, you know, he wasn't working for a decade or more, and he had some health issues, and he was doing painkillers.
Didn't he get abused or sexually molested or assaulted by some producers back in the day?
That's the rumors, I guess, just because he was a pretty boy and he was all bodybuilder guy.
Yeah. I like spreading rumors, so I'm going to go with it. Rumors are fun.
I mean, he was on fire. He was getting all these big movies, a couple of duds.
Yeah.
The Mummy movie.
I never saw any of those mummies, or I never saw those movies.
The first one was good.
The Mummy.
I think they got 3 of them, but he made a few.
Yeah,
But Encino Man put him on the map, which was a low budget.
I didn't see that. I saw the one where I like the one. His father was Christopher Walken, and they built the bomb shelter, and they thought the world. Yeah, and then they stay under there, and then he comes. Brendan Fraser comes out in like 2005 to get them some supplies, and he sees that was pretty good.
Yeah, the concept.
Like that, but yeah. I mean, not a great movie, but it's kind of. I was fascinated anyway with the idea of being in a bomb shelter and then emerging into a different world.
Walken's the perfect guy to come out. Don't go out, there's dangerous radiation. The skin will fall off. It's just, he was the perfect guy to have kooky enough to stay underground for 40 years.
Yes. Yeah. And who's the mom? I'm blocking. Who's the mom? Help me here, Alfred. The mom. We know her.
David.
Can see her.
Oh, sorry.
Jim David. Yes, he was naked in the hallway, and he oh, you know what the cap on that story is? He told his father. His father's 95 years old. He told his father what happened, and his father goes, "You mean you could cover that with a napkin?" That was his take.
Did he do a tag? Did he do that tag? Did he put that in the act?
He did. It's a nice bit, nice piece of. Yeah, he did. It's a nice piece of business.
That's a good closer right there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But what was the mother on that movie? I don't even know the movie. Help us, folks. The movie. Brendan Fraser, Christopher Walken. The mother is the.
I can't even remember. I can't even remember if I saw the movie from beginning to end. I feel like I saw parts of it. You know, there is
Sissy Spacek.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Sissy Spacek.
Let's go with Sissy Spacek.
That's my guess.
Carrie.
Go with Sissy. Sure.
Coal Miner's Daughter.
No questions today, sir. Did you enjoy the Coal Miner's Daughter film?
Very much so. Tommy Lee Jones. Oh, what chemistry those actors had, and the story, direction. Loved everything about it.
Yeah, it was. I like when they're going to those radio stations in the very beginning of her career, and then he told her how if you eat a bologna sandwich, you get horny. And then she's on the radio, and they go, "You want anything?" And she goes, "Yeah, bologna sandwiches. They make me so horny." And they're like, "Oh, lady, you can't say that." Like, they're freaking out. She goes, "What? I didn't. What? I don't. What you know what horny meant? What? I don't know what I'm saying." What
she was very nice. She was a cool daughter.
Yeah, and she sang. She sang those songs. I mean, these people are fucking talented. She's singing Loretta Lynn's song. Then then the movie with. Patsy Cline was in it, and I forget the actress from Vacation. No, well, she did. Yes, she. Well, in that movie, Coal Miner's Daughter, it was Beverly D'Angelo played Patsy Cline and sang, and Jesus, you know, it's pretty good, man. These people can do it and sing like that.
Sing, dance,
yeah, pretty good.
Triple threat.
That's right. That's right. The triple Lundy.
That's what those old studios would do. when they had the studio system. They would cultivate
Right.
people, and they make you go to
Acting
dancing
lessons,
class,
singing lessons, dancing lessons.
Let's go.
She was the greatest piece of ass in
And
the
then
world, and
they
I've
put
had
you.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. All right.
For 10
What else are we
points in
covering?
the lead, the character.
We got to wrap it up here because we're getting ready
you
to
know,
sail.
Do you want to answer that? You don't want to answer that? All right.
Ask the question again,
Waltz
please.
was the answer to that. Waltz. No, you missed it. No, I was saying, what was the name of the Hollywood big shot in The Godfather that says that? And I've had all. I mean, he's talking to Tom Hagen.
Mm-hmm.
He goes,
Robert
I'd love
Duvall.
to help you, Tom, but yeah, but who played? No, what was the name of the director, the big shot? Not the actor, the character.
Myers? No. Don't know.
Waltz Productions. Waltz, WALTZ. All right. This was a chore, but we got through it. This was not easy. There's a delay. There's problems, but hopefully people appreciate our effort that we make to get these out to the people.
I'm in Chile.
It's a hell of an effort.
And he is in Florida. So there's your internet.
That's right.
Sending signals to the skies off of satellites, bouncing off antennas and wires and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but we made it happen.
We made it happen. It's working.
Yeah.
Are you saying? Are we saying?
And
goodbye?
next week we'll have a guest. We'll tell you about that next week. But we will have a guest with us on the next 2 hours, one pod. We'll see you then. Peace.
Good luck in prison.
Iceberg, dead ahead. Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
Patreon.com/The2Dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the 2 Owls, 1 Pod podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
Okay, sure.
All right. Subscribe. Mary. This was a horrible mistake.
Go to patreon.com/forwardthe2dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.